Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. That's Dalitha. I am Travis, and tonight is a special edition of Wrestling Gab.
Only because
It's
people
Tuesday,
move their shit.
And now the TNT champion is on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. Dynamite.
Yeah.
Anyways, and we also got Cody Rhodes over on NXT because they're going head-to-head tonight, and so we're going to be flipping back and forth. And as of right now, I'm switching it over to NXT because it looks like Cody's going to say a word.
Yeah, because AEW started out with Christian being weird and then doing his thing. What? What do you want me to look at? Which part? That? That?
Yeah. I think it's a sliver. That's festered.
Maybe. Does it hurt?
Yeah. Fix it.
I can't fix it. I don't have a needle. What, you want me to dig it out with my teeth? Weirdo.
Do it like that.
Anyways, we have people in the
Cody.
chat. Walter and Harley are with us. Also, Brandon Stevens is with us. People's like AEW.
So AEW right now has Daniel Bryan versus Swerve Scott. The winner wrestles on Thursday, a special edition of Collision on Thursday night this week. For the television championship against Christian.
Harley says, hello, everybody. And Walter's like, AEW Dynamite today. Hey, Travis. Hey, Daphne. Walter says, Adam Copeland in a ring debut. Brandon says, NXT versus AEW. Let the Tuesday Night Wars begin. Walter says, Bryan Danielson for the win. Oh, yeah? I'm hoping Swerve wins.
I think Swerve should win and will win, and that's where I'm headed in that one. They really need to push Swerve.
Mm-hmm. Piccolo says, on this episode, Leopold talks about gun safety and has to talk to the principal. What a special episode. Yes. That's right. Well, Leopold and his hate he has. They want him to make a speech, all the 5 people in the audience. And he's so excited about it.
With the tens and tens of people in attendance at NXT tonight.
Walter says, Eddie Kingston had a match at Buy-In. Pico says, my boy Swerve! There he is.
There he is.
Mr. Swerve.
Yeah. Okay, here's the announcement.
He has an announcement,
Cody's
everybody.
retiring.
This is why we are watching NXT at the very beginning of the night. Oh, no, he's making more than one.
Several announcements.
What's it going to be, Cody? What are the announcements? Ooh, women's breakout tournament.
Sounds like that might be something to do with women.
Who's going to be the next? The men are going to have one.
Oh,
okay.
Equality with men and women, I guess.
Sophie's in the chat and out of the chat. And Chris says, Cody talking about that trade? Nope.
Ooh, like a women's tag team title tournament, maybe? Something like that? That's his dad.
It's the Dusty Rhodes tournament stuff.
They've been known to.
People's like, Prince Nana dances life, right? Chris says, apparently Brian Pillman Jr. NXT name will be called Lexus King. It's a family name for his sister. Walter says, Cody, I need updates on NXT. I'm watching AEW. Yeah, we're giving you the updates. He's talking right now. He's got the announcements going.
He's got one more announcement. This is Trey.
Biggest night on NXT history. He's got privileges. Oh. So
Cody is a GM tonight.
He's a special guest GM tonight on NXT. So you guys know. Cross-eyed dude, let it happen. It's that weird, creepy guy.
Oh. All right. Well, we can probably turn it now.
Well, that's the end of that garbage.
I can't be listening to this. Nonsense. All right,
And
back over to AEW. Can't believe I'd rather watch Daniel Bryan
Swerve
and
Strickland.
Swerve. But Swerve's way better than Dragunov or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Chris says Mysterios fucked up the twins, baby. And Walter says,
watch
so thanks,
that.
Christian, no commercials for AEW. And Chris says, one more win, then we will have a Texas showdown in the ALCS. Chris also says, La versus Cody USA versus Russia. Walter says, okay, at 9 to 5, I'm going. I'll be here Friday for SmackDown. Still in chat.
Yeah. All right, well, Daniel Bryan's in there with Swerve Strickland. We are watching both shows. We do see Cody over there with the guy from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And
He just wants to be a dentist.
he's like, I want to fix teeth.
Walter says The Undertaker and John Cena is at NXT. Yeah, they'll be there.
And we'll be flipping back and forth. Oh, Swerve just smacked Daniel. Oh, Daniel smacked the taste out of his mouth.
He's like, I'll smack you back.
Look at
Watch
this. Little frog slip. Flip, not a slip.
And Vindicator's in the chat. Vince
Whoa.
says, hi, Dalitha. Are you sitting next to that man in the wrestling gab shirt again on a Tuesday night? No less. Yeah. I was here last night sitting next to him too, but I'm here again
Back-to-back nights.
for a Tuesday night. Then 2 dates off. How nice.
We'll just have to come do Collision or something.
Barf. No, thank you.
Just kidding.
No, thank you.
All right. Well, there's a lot of pausing and hesitation.
According to
over here.
Walter, I guess Christian earlier said they weren't going to have any commercials for AEW, but they will. It'll just be picture-in-picture the whole time.
Cool.
They've got to have commercials. There's no way they can't.
I mean, they could go like an hour or something. Who's this? Oh,
Anyways, we'll
Judgment
see
Day.
if NXT does the same, because they're going to do the first half hour. But it's Mr. Mysterio out there.
Hopefully, Dom can take the title off.
Does
this
he get booed there too?
dipshit? Huh?
Does he get booed there as well?
Yes. It's
That's just dumb.
It's not as bad because there's not enough people.
Right. So it's not as much.
Uh-huh.
They can't pipe in enough to make it seem like
Right.
it is. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, look at these back chops. Hey, let's have a chop war.
Walter
Shall we?
says Title Tuesday on AEW. Yeah? Titles, huh?
Ho, ho, ho.
P. Colette says, this is a clinic. Walter says Taz and Excalibur and Tony on commentary. And P. Cole's like, Pip is working overtime. Yeah, picture in picture.
It is tonight, and there's some hockey on too. The National Hockey League started today. So if you're into hockey, hockey's on. There's Major League Baseball playoffs. We could literally have the whole TV lit up right now, but I'm trying to stick with the wrestling because we're here for you guys.
How did you get in here?
Just jump set.
Why are you in here?
There's a prawn out there.
Hi, buddy.
Remember that movie, Piranha 3D or whatever?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what's happening out there. He's like, it's nice in here.
Why'd you leave?
I'm leaving.
He's like, Mom was looking at my eyes. She's going to clean out my eyes.
All right, well, anyways, we got Swerve Strickland. Was a shout out to his NXT days. We are watching NXT.
That guy.
Cody is...
Vindicator says, looks like going old school tonight, Travis. Good old fashioned wrestling TV wars.
Yeah, and the cool part about it is that Cody is playing the part of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, he's the reindeer.
Yeah, Cody would be the reindeer tonight.
Walter says Daphne eating chips. Okay. Hey, Leopold. Cat and Pico says he's back from his after school special. Hola, Leopold. Yeah.
And
He let the kids know about Pew Pew.
and Rita is more like the abominable snowman. Abominable. A bumble. She's a bumble.
Crazy. Ravi's in the chat. Hey, Ravi says, what's cracking? D and Travis and crew. Dem.
Dum, dum, dum.
Vindicator says, this is the kind of night that will make the social media geeks wet the bed with who shows up where, who signs with such and such company, yada yada, rumor mill BS that serves no purpose. It's true.
Less than one purpose. That it's solving. Oh! Swerve Strickland. He's getting the job done. I wonder if he's like, I don't really want to wrestle Daniel because I have to go slow and pause every 40 fucking seconds. Oh, there's a move. We better stop.
Well, he's not that type of wrestler, so it's just weird to me.
Let's do 2 moves and stop and wait. What do you think? I agree.
Walter says, Leopold said meow and gone.
Yeah, he
Pickle says, Ravi's sharing the white horse with B-Day boy TK. Ravi says, are you watching both or just AEW?
Both. I'm watching both. I can only hear AEW right now.
We wanted to see what Cody's announcements were. They have a lot to do with tournaments.
Yeah. Tag team tournament, a Dusty Rhodes tag team tournament coming up. And then we have the women's, or the men's, whatever the women's thing they're doing right now is. Like
A tournament for the main
the best
title.
of the future or whatever.
Yeah, something. Title thing.
Yeah, it's just it's called the future something. They're doing it to win. What is that guy's name? To look it up.
Who?
The little kid on Rudolph.
I don't remember what his name is.
It's funny, you know, I've only watched Rudolph maybe 2 times a year since I was wee little. Probably 0, since it's 25 years older than I am. Hey, look, it's John Cena earlier tonight showing up in a blue car.
Who the fuck is Vic Joseph?
Vic Joseph's actually pretty good. It's the other guy that'll make your ears bleed.
Of course.
Oh, he's doing it kicks over on AEW. Looks like Carmel Hayes going up against Braun Breaker later on tonight, but that could be happening right now. I don't know. I can't see.
It's Roxanne.
No, Roxanne going up against Asuka. That should be a decent match. Asuka should have her misted within, what, 90 seconds?
Yeah, why is her head so big?
Oh, don't worry about her head being big. There's some other parts of her that are big.
She's got a big head and little tiny shoulders, so it makes her head look ginormous.
And then very wide hips. She's not overweight at all, but when she wears pants, she looks like a big girl. Like the big bottom girls.
She's probably part of the little people family.
Oh, like achondroplasia?
Maybe.
Oh, look at that punch from Swerve. I feel like this is rushed.
I'm kind of glad that this match is first, because fuck off, man. Vindicator says, but looking at both of the cards, though, these shows are very weak. Edge first match is the main selling point for AEW, and guest appearances the only selling point for NXT.
Well, Asuka's wrestling.
Walter says, good shows tonight, NXT versus AEW. I'm watching just AEW. Oops. Why oops? That's fine.
You can watch both. Just flip it.
Robbie says, I got AEW on, and Pico's like, oh, look, someone has the big Papa Pump chainmail in the crowd.
Right.
Pico's like, Dragunov? Well, we know his name on TV for wrestling, but what's his name in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer?
When he was...
As the Misfit Toys...
When he played the dentist.
The dentist. He's the elf that wanted to be a dentist. Tyler's in the chat says, Rob, everyone Puggles is barking at himself through a mirror. That's fun.
Yes. Mine does that.
Chris says, LA Knight is special guest ref of Dom versus Elijah.
You know, I actually haven't done it with a mirror. I should probably get a mirror out and put it out.
Chris says Asuka versus Roxy
Hey,
is
look!
equivalent to No Knees match last night.
Shotzi just showed up in a little teeny wee tank. That's
She
probably
there,
the
so
only thing that you can say about her.
is this going to be so she can do the whatchamacallit Halloween Havoc stuff?
I don't know. But her boobs look fantastic. Okay, back to that match. So right now, if you want to watch the women wrestle, it's Asuka and Roxanne Perez on NXT. And if you want to watch the boys wrestle, it is Daniel Bryan and Swerve Strickland on AEW. And that one's been going on for quite a while.
And Shotzi did show up over on NXT.
Yes.
She's at the commentator table.
Shotzi's there with her twins. Are sitting ringside at the commentary table. And she's sitting on the other side. Usually, very, very rarely do you see people sit on that side.
Vindicator says, so Cody announced WWE doing Dusty Cup again, which not exciting, and now Dom gets NXT title match with LA Knight as referee. So this is the best WWE has to offer, apparently.
No, I mean, it's obviously NXT. There's not a lot of talent down there as of right now, and so they're just trying.
Because says,
they want more people to watch this one than that one.
Exactly.
It's plain and simple.
Because, I'm disappointed. They could have had 10 names to choose from to take the title off of Phoenix, but it's going to be Orange again.
No.
Would have loved to see Malachi Black get a title shot.
Yes, Malachi would have been a great one.
I don't think that they're going to have Orange take the title off of
Rusev.
Phoenix. That's ridiculous.
Wardlow again, like a 3-time would be pretty cool. And he did come back last week. We saw him come in and clean house a little bit.
Walter says, so Uncle Howdy will show up soon on WWE doing Firefly Funhouse. Could be Bo Dallas or his other brother. Tyler says, Cola Orange never got his rematch since he lost it to Mox at All Out. Vindicator says, yeah, Asuka can fuck off for sure. Would rather Roxanne versus Becky.
Ew,
yeah.
What the hell? Why?
So that Roxanne can really get her ass beat instead of just kinda.
That's weird. That's a weird matchup. Why do you want Becky to job to all these NXT girls?
Vindicator hates her, so.
He doesn't like Becky?
He doesn't like Becky or Charlotte or any of them. Pico's like, ooh, I was not getting the joke, shaking my head. Well, have you ever seen Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer? And if you have, do you remember the elf that's on the aisle of Misfit Toys?
He's not on the aisle.
Oh, he's the elf that goes with him or some shit.
Yeah, it's the... Have you not seen it? The whole show is based on Rudolph, and then there's an elf that's different than all the other elves because he wants to be a dentist. I want to be a dentist.
Yeah. Anyways, dentist elf and that guy, Dragunov or whatever you call him.
They're spitting images.
They're like exactly the same person. They look exactly the same. We didn't know what the elf's name was on Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
I'll look it up.
He's like, damn, Shotzi
Swerve!
on NXT. Tyler's like, War Games. Walter says, Asuka do the mist on WWE NXT.
Yes, that's what we want to see.
Google says, it's always that time of year, Shotzi. Spoopy season. Chris says, come on, Shotzi, wear the green wig. And Vindicator says, my Brian Bryanson boycott is a lifelong mission. Congratulations. At least it came at the beginning of the match instead of the beginning of the show instead of the end. Walter says, Booker T, five-time WCW champion doing NXT commentary. Yeah, Walter, he's not very good at it. He should probably go back to doing whatever it was he did before. Chris says, oh shit, they just said Shotzi is going to host Halloween Havoc with Shotzi. That's definitely a selling point.
Didn't she do that last year? Mm-hmm. I think she was the host last year. I think we watched that, or a year before. I don't remember which one it was, but she was a host of that. So that's cool that they're going to have her do that. Looks like an annual thing.
Vindicator says Wardlow was TNT champ, not international champ.
Oh, that's true. I thought that's what we were talking
Tyler
about.
says, speaking of Wardlow, did anyone else notice that on Wardlow's taped wrist it said MJF? No.
Did not.
Chris says, I wonder if Gunther will show up as a surprise tonight on NXT, being as Shotzi and LA weren't announced. Vindicator says, I like Becky. I don't like Asuka anymore. Becky is not losing to anyone except Tiffany.
Ah, shit. Daniel's gonna... No! Swerve somehow got out of the way.
Oh,
even
I didn't
though
think you were a Becky
Daniel's
fan.
cheating.
I didn't think you liked her because I figured you didn't like her because she was so mainstreamed. You know.
Daniel wins! Hangman cheated, and Daniel wins.
Jesus fuck.
They don't like Swerve.
Congratulations on the stupidity of yourselves there, buddies.
They're saying Saturday.
Christian Cage TNT Championship.
But it says Saturday. So Christian screwed up and said Thursday then?
Maybe.
Huh. I wonder if it's going to be taped on Thursday and it's going to be shown on Saturday. Did she tap out? She looked like she was tapping.
No.
So tapping doesn't count as tapping as long as it's not tapping.
Yeah. Walter says, oh no, Shotzi host for NXT Halloween Havoc. Okay, fans, free candy. Tyler says Tiffany ain't getting that title back. Chris says Scarlett and Shotzi. Pico says this shit brick. Walter's like Hangman Page at ringside. Yes, Brian won. No, Brian should lose.
Hermie.
Hermie?
Hermie.
Hermie.
Hermie. That shouldn't be that hard to remember. Did she just beat her? I didn't look. Yeah. Asuka beat her, so that wasn't too long of a match. So I can. That's okay.
Tyler says, I got my stuffed Sonic plush, his own pug, a mini plush bag. Pug, not bag, damn it. Oh.
Did she miss her? I don't see any green or blue or anything.
No, she didn't. Piccolo says Hangnail can kick rocks. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit right there, that shit that they just did to Swerve.
It's totally him.
Oh, yeah, it's him.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Chris says, oh shit, I forgot Travis, so you know how we have Sky Blue on AEW?
Yeah.
Well, there's a new girl in the indies called Jordan Blue. She's literally a taller version of Sky, so they could be a team.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'll have to check
funny.
it. Well, Shotzi just got in the ring.
Chris says, and I'm also hearing reports that Mariah May from Stardom Japan will come to AEW and join Timeless Tony Storm.
Cool.
Okay. And Walter says, could Jade Cargill show up at NXT? No, Walter. She will not show up at NXT. That'd be a waste of her time.
I mean, yes, she could.
No.
But we don't want to see it. But she could show up tonight. Beat up a couple women for fun or something. But I don't think she's going to be on the NXT brand.
Medicare says, Asuka getting half-hearted applause because she is a joke now. No. Chris says, wow, Asuka's still undefeated in NXT. That's an 8-year streak. Robbie says, without a doubt, shake it all about. And people's like, wow, took a look at Jordan Blue. She's like the Latin version of Carmella. Damn. Does she have a horse face as well?
Dude, what is your deal? What are you being mean?
Because Carmella's face isn't that pretty.
When I look up Jordan Blue, I just get the Jordans.
BLU. Try just BLU.
She kind of does look like a thicker version of Carmella. Especially in that one.
Mm-hmm. Do I have a normal picture of her? It's not one far away.
She could be like her little sister or something. They do have a lot of the same features.
Is that her?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Why does she have a man face?
Hey, look. I got Sasha with her. Cool. Jericho's getting beat up.
Tobbs.
Look at, it's Tyler Master debates.
What the fuck?
And Butch and, Ridge Holland.
What?
Now he's getting beat up by some guys.
I have all these little people.
Yeah, NXT's filled with little people. You
What
can't.
the fuck? No, I meant like little people, as in like little people.
Well, that's what I'm getting
Like
at.
people who
You
have
can't-
dwarfism.
Yeah. Tyler debate.
Jesus fucking Christ, what the fuck is it? I can't watch this. It hurts my soul.
It's a little freaky. Because he's got dwarfism. He can still wrestle.
I can't handle this
Like
garbage. No wonder I don't watch this crap. Anyways, Tyler says, I want to see John Moxley versus Ass Crack. It should be an exploding barbed wire death match. Plus, Goofy Eyes did call Jade. Vindicator says, so the blue team is what they would be called, or Sky High, since they probably like smoke that good stuff. Oh, jeez. Walter says, Chris Jericho for the win. Chris says, yes, Travis, look up Jordan Blue. She literally wears sky blue gear.
Yeah, she looked like her. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it might be, but no. She does look a little taller. I don't know how good she is either.
Robbie's
This
like,
is nuts. Over on NXT, guys, they have a dwarf wrestling. And it is next to hilarious. Now, I'm not one to say the midget term and midget wrestling and all that, but we did have midget wrestling come through here, like, last week.
right. It's terrifying. I don't like this. It's great.
Why is it terrifying for you? Sorry.
I can't watch this. I seriously can't. It's
Love
just
it.
ridiculous. Oh, anyways. Yeah.
Anyways, Hobbs is kicking the shit out of poor Chris Jericho.
Robbie says AEW is moving slower than dial-up internet. Yeah, they're really doing some slow matches tonight. Tyler says Sky Blue and Jordan Blue equals Team Smurf. And Piccolo says, let's see, is all the good guys winning? Vindicator says, well, no fan of Jordan Blue then. Hope she stays far away from AEW. Robbie says, Carmella is pretty D. She's good stock, I say. Dude.
She's not as pretty as Carmella. But she...
Carmella has an okay face, but it's not that pretty. Chris says, LOL, that would be funny. Have Sky Blue be like, this is my little sister Jordan Blue, and she's literally 10 feet tall. Little sister. Pickle's like, it's the Euro League segment. Going back to AEW. Vindicator says, okay, just saw Jordan too, and she looks nothing like Carmella. People need their vision checked.
Well, she don't have Carmella's body, but it's her face. Like, if they were sisters, would you be blown away? No. That's what I'm saying. Or whoever's saying is saying. They look close, not identical.
Chris says, Gunther killed Tyler Bate in NXT. Are you sure? Because he looks like he's still alive.
They put Gunther against a wee person?
Pickle
This
is
dude
like,
looks like Wee Man.
Pickle's like, I said Latin version. Her hair is up like Mella, and she has that skinny nose. Yeah, she has a very squared jaw and a very long horse face, too. Her face isn't that pretty. I'd have to tell you, I'm sorry. Carmella has a prettier face than that girl. Depending on the lighting and their makeup, because there was a picture of her that I was like,
Well,
oh,
okay,
hell no.
First of all, pictures suck. I don't like pictures. Because only some people are photogenic. You have to see people in real life. Now, if I see her and she's moving around and she looks pretty, then I'm going to say she's pretty. Just because a picture makes her not look so good. And there was some pictures she looked fine.
Vindicator says everyone kicks the shit out of Fozzie's grandpa.
The lead
Not all the
singer.
time.
See,
Well,
this is what I want to see. Is
he's
Dan
doing-
Callis out there alone with Hobbs?
That's what you're seeing. He doesn't have anybody
But,
else out
yeah.
there with him, so.
And that'll work. But don't bring the rest of the clan out there with him. They had a huge opportunity with Hobbs, and I felt like they dropped it. And they could still gain that momentum back, especially with a win here. A clean win.
Aubrey stayed out there for this match too? What the fuck?
Let me get double the paycheck.
That's crazy.
That's what I always say. Since I've never said that ever in my life.
Ever.
Adam Copeland. Tonight. Going one-on-one with somebody that's 65 million years old.
Wow.
Just an abundance of experience.
Ass cracking a dinosaur.
Boom, boom. Uh-oh. But watch Hobbs. Watch the power of Hobbs.
I was like, AEW, come on, man. Vindicator's like, nah, Jordan is pretty. Meryl looks like she was hit with about 10 ugly sticks, lighting or no lighting. How many pictures of Jordan did you look at, Vin? Just one? There's one in there where she looks like a man. Did you see that one? A man.
Oh, the hockey fights. 3 hockey fights going on over on NXT.
Pico's like, title Tuesday. No titles on first 2 matches.
Yeah, I don't know what titles on.
I think the first match was for a title, like, to get a chance to go get the title.
Yes. And who knows, this could be too.
I don't know what title it would be for.
Like the television?
Christian Cage is going up against what's-his-face for that.
Yeah. I don't know, there's so many. Just pick one. The Ring of Honor Styles favorite.
And Hobbs won.
Hobbs beat him into submission. Look good.
He murdered them.
He beat him with murder.
Pico is like, don't encourage them, LOL. Vindicator's like, sorry to see Hobbs still being wasted. Really? He just won against Chris Jericho. That's not being wasted.
Well, if you don't like Jericho. But yeah, I mean, I feel like that helps him.
Vindicator doesn't even like Jericho.
That's
He
why
talks shit about him all the fucking time. He just said Fozzie's grandpa, and he's all like, wow, that's a waste.
Right, because he doesn't think that he should
Okay,
be...
so they wasted his ass, and now they have to build him back up so he's not a waste. Why not put him up against Chris Jericho? What's wrong with that? So Chris Jericho is an old ass. He always puts people over.
Now who's going to come down and beat him up? If
Nobody.
He keeps beating him up.
Nobody can, because there's nobody on Chris Jericho's side. He doesn't have the JAS anymore. And his buddy, Sammy, that was his buddy, is on Don Callis' side.
That's true. Powerhouse. Whoa.
Robbie's like, why is Asuka on NXT to beat up that Roxy whatever person? And Pico says, well, it's not real taco meat, but it's taco meat.
Dear God. Hobbs just shattered that kendo stick on that dude's back. Hey, that's that guy, that Kevin Owens wannabe. This is that group.
The dollar store version?
Yeah, the dollar store version of Kevin Owens.
Oh. Is that what this group is?
Yeah, one of them's the Cesaro guy.
Oh, that's sweet.
Or whatever. Was it Cesaro? I can't remember the guys. I'd have to see him again to go through them. Because one looks like a Shawn Michaels, which is probably the one up there in the top.
Oh.
At least that's who I think that is.
Oh, maybe.
I could be wrong. It's really hard to see who they are because they switch camera views every 1 second. Unless they use this one there. Now that it's that one, it's like, no, that's definitely not him.
I don't know who these people are.
Yeah, I don't know the guys in the t-shirts.
I was like, Hobbs will always be wasted still. And Vindicator's like, right now, NXT is doing pub roll matches right in Robbie's wheelhouse. I was like, what's that blended human meat? Gross. Vindicator says beating Jericho is not an accomplishment. Should have retired 10 years ago, the last time he actually had a great match. Who told you he doesn't like Jericho?
He was the champion 4 years ago.
He fucking hates him. He's garbage. He's blah, blah, blah. He's the worst person ever invented.
By the way, I never liked Jericho when he was in WCW. And I didn't like him in WWE until like 2012. And then I started liking him. So it took me,
You just made the list.
Yeah, the list thing was the best thing ever. That really brought me around to him. What is it? He just mowed his lawn with one leg.
I don't know, but I hate anything about that crap. Pico's like, and I bet it was versus Punk. Vinegar's like, no, Travis. Brutes are fighting Gallows. The people you were talking about as Joe Gacy and his minions were released last month.
Joe Gacy got released? I would have never guessed that. Huh. Wow.
Strange.
He was that, like, ultra conservative, or not conservative, but liberal type guy. Where you need a safe space and all that. I thought that was a pretty good little story.
Did you still Booker T's apple juice?
Maybe. Probably straight liquor.
What the fuck? Dude, why are you stealing people's apple juice? Those old people need that stuff.
Shattered everywhere.
Pico says, have I ever told you Booker T is the worst commentator ever?
Yes, and it's true.
I had to listen to him.
I wouldn't
for 2.5 seconds, and I wanted to literally burn my eardrums out with a hot poker. It was horrible. It was the most awfulest thing ever.
We're already 3 matches in on AEW.
I haven't had any commercial.
The 3 matches, third match is coming now. They do that all the time anyway.
The little person one.
What's funny is there's a guy with achondroplasia or whatever, and he's taller than Butch.
No, he can't have achondroplasia if he's taller than Butch.
He just has a long torso then, and just has dwarf legs.
Yeah, he can't. To have dwarfism, you have to be under 4'11".
True. So I have a question.
You can't have achondroplasia over that, like at all. Okay. You just have big head syndrome.
Right. So like a mongoloid or whatever they're called. Isn't that what that is? Big head is mongoloid. Anyways, question or statement or something. Whatever I'm saying. There was a dude that was born a dwarf and became a giant.
Yeah, he had a pituitary gland issue. Mm-hmm. But he's probably still has a genetic anomaly of dwarfism. Dwarfism is a genetic anomaly.
Right. And so is probably
giantism isn't a genetic anomaly. It just means your pituitary gland fucked up and is overproducing.
Right.
Piccola says, Ducky, Chucky, Bucky, Quack, Thwack. Because like Joe Gacy is still there, his minions are gone. They used to grizzled young veterans. Mary Wilson in the chat. Hey, Mary Wilson says, hey guys. Hey. Robbie says, phew, that cuts me out of being a dwarf. Cool. And Chris says 31 title defenses by Orange. Roman only had 5 and 22. Fuck off. Mary's like, where is Everbless? I don't know. And Pico's like, that's wild. Vindicator says Becky versus Lyra should be a good one. 2 Irish last kickers.
Yeah, it should be a good one. Okay. I was kind of watching that one develop over time. Since Becky's been there, I've been kind of paying attention. Obviously, Becky needs to win, but... Oh, this is why he left. I did that to him last night. On that left eye. Not the right eye. His right eye, not his left eye. Orange Cassidy into the ropes. By the way, we got Orange Cassidy and Ray Phoenix in there. And this is for the old Atlantic Championship. And now it's called the International Championship.
Vindicator's like, Luke would be in a tizzy over that match. Becky versus Lyra? What?
Ugh. They still have Tegan around. It looks like she has a Coca-Cola shirt on.
Who the fuck are these weird people?
I just told you.
I know who No Knees is. I don't know
Right.
who the other fucking one is.
That's the Irish one that's going to be wrestling Becky.
Lyra? What a fucking weird name. Mary says, I have to picture to watch, so I'm ready. Cool.
Good
Chris
deal.
says they are trying to push the Bird Lady versus Becky. The Bird, is that who she is? The Bird Lady? Lyra?
Yeah, I have no idea. But maybe Lyra's going to go one-on-one with
Yeah, that face
Tegan.
doesn't look good on you, Tegan. No Knees, you probably shouldn't make it. That was a horrible face. Did you see her face? She's all like,
I couldn't have missed it.
that's what she looked like.
Like a stroke.
Possibly.
Okay, so these guys are now fighting in the audience. We've got Ray Phoenix and Orange
Go
Cassidy.
Ray Phoenix, beat his ass.
You know, the cool part about this is when we first started doing AEW, we did a lot of picture-in-picture because it was on Wednesdays with NXT.
True.
And I didn't know anybody on NXT. And I didn't know anybody on AEW when we first started. And so now I know everybody. And so it's, or not everybody. I don't know anybody on NXT. I know half the people on NXT. Okay, that's wrong. I know like 10% of the people on NXT. But I know pretty much everybody on AEW. And so it makes it it's fluid now. It's kind of nice.
Because there's lots of Chiefs fans in the crowd. Which crowd? The AEW crowd?
Yeah, there's some red shirts out there.
Where are they at? Are they in St. Louis or something?
I don't know. I do love the chainmail of the Scott Steiner and the AEW crowd.
That's what Piccola mentioned earlier.
Well, I was thinking when I heard it that it was in the NXT crowd since Braun Breaker.
NXT doesn't do stuff like that. They're idiots over there.
Well, since Braun Breaker's there, and so that's what I was putting together in my head because I only hear parts of stuff.
Let's see. Vindicator's like, Cena coming up next. Travis, hope you can see him.
Well, when I see nobody, I'll know it's him, and then I'll flip it over there because I want to hear what he has to say.
Chris says Cena hasn't been on NXT since 2013. Robbie says AEW, why is it so slow tonight? And Peacock's like, Independence, Missouri. Oh, they're in Independence, Missouri, Peacock. Like Independence. Sorry.
Like where you start the Oregon Trail? Yeah. 1, 2, and 3. No, Phoenix kicks out. So Phoenix on and off, it just depends on the week, has that left elbow wrapped. I wonder if that's going to bug him kind of forever.
If it's going to what?
Bug him forever. That's when he dislocated. That left elbow.
Oh, Ray?
Yeah.
I'm like, who?
That's Phoenix. Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't hear you say Phoenix. I was crunching on a chip.
Uh-oh.
And then what's his face was taking off his elbow things. I'm like, what do you mean his left elbow?
Yeah, definitely not orange. He didn't have the most gruesome injury I've ever seen in wrestling. Uh-oh. Well, I was wrong. Orange Cassidy won in a short match.
Fuck off.
That's the dumbest thing we've seen on TV.
I know that Daniel Bryanson winning against Swerve was pretty dumb too.
Holy shit, that was literally... Maybe he's hurt.
Maybe.
I mean, they knew it was going to happen because of the confetti, so... I wonder why they did that in a squash match. Maybe they're leaving. Maybe they're going to WWE or something.
Chris says, I wonder if Taker will chokeslam Joe Gacy. Because like, told you, fool.
I mean, they're leaving together. Like, Phoenix was just standing right next to him. Not Phoenix, sorry, but
Penta?
Penta.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Chris says, I think Sky Blue will join the dark side as well because Julia Hart sprayed her with a black mist. It usually poisons people and changes them like Fiend changes people.
Yes, the only one it didn't change was Rusev.
Yeah, I think that Willow got it too, but I don't know if it's changed her any more than what they did. Pickle's like, that's my little pet pockets for ya. Robbie's like, D, is Connecticut a place worth visiting? Probably. Vindicator's like, Orange is champ again, and I guess he will lose to Moxley again. Ridiculous. Walter says, Orange Cassidy won. Yes, and Mary says, wait, did you guys ban Everbless? What the fuck, Mary? So. No, and we haven't seen Everbless for like 2 or 3 months. Chris says Danhausen will take title from Orange. Robbie's like, what's the point of Cena on NXT? Walter's like, Moxley is not cleared to wrestle. Vindicator says, so they never wanted Phoenix to be champ because he hurt Moxley. Pico's like, I still don't get the dumb eye patch. Walter says, Tony Storm promo okay, and JD King is in the chat. Hey, JD King.
So it's a silent picture, and they're showing it during the picture-in-picture. So it's even a small picture, so we don't know what's happening. But we wouldn't know what's happening anyways because it's a silent picture. So they just made it for the picture-in-picture TV commercial. She's starting to grow on me a little bit, by the way. I don't mind this character that she's doing. It's goofy, but that brings entertainment value. I'm just not a fan of her. But her character, this one's kind of gaining on me a little bit. All right. Well, we're going to switch it over. The ring looks empty, and the crowd's going crazy, so...
Walter says Chris Jericho lost. Boo. And Vindicator says, yeah, I love Tony Storm look, but I'm over the gimmick.
That's funny, and I'm opposite. I think the gimmick's coming around on me.
JD King says Tony Storm is Judy Garland. Oh, God.
Kind of.
What an insult to Judy Garland. Chris says, LO Timeless Tony is getting over. I like the black and white screen. It's like NWO. Walter says, okay, hurry up, AEW. There's matches. Walter says, what is John Cena saying?
Nothing yet. NXT is the future. That's what he just said. He said, well, I guess they can't see because we're making history tonight. Cody Rhodes is the GM. LA Knights, a referee. It's what makes this place beautiful.
Chris says it's because this timeless Tony character is over the top like Seth Rollins, except that's what it needed. A woman, not a dude. So they got it right with Tony. Robbie says, Tony Storm, just do OnlyFans. You will be more successful and better off.
Ew. I wouldn't pay 20 cents for that. What do you want to see?
I don't know.
Thank you, Cena.
Chris says, look at it this way. Tony left a potential WWE title run versus Charlotte for this.
Yeah.
She became a champion
She's
there.
a world champion. Look at this. Wardlow's coming down to the ring. He just looks like a different dude now that he's all...
He's on the roids.
He's not as ripped. He's more of like a lumberjack. He's going up against nobody.
Matt Sydal. Jaco Robertson in the chat. Hey, Jaco says, hi, how are you? Great, how are you? Walter says, Seth Rollins and Becky are great together. Robbie says, fuck me and AEW want to be better than WWE. This shit is hilarious. Walter's like, Wardlow for the win. Quick match. Poor Matt Sydal.
He's from Rydell.
Piccolo says, I thought they were yelling, we can't see you.
They're trying to make NXT relevant. The problem is they need to travel. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just have a wrestling event at the same place every week.
Jaco says the Undertaker returned to NXT.
Was he ever there? I mean, I know he wasn't there as, like, talent, but it's kind of weird that he's there at all. So Wardlow just whoops some ass, and now he's leaving through the crowd.
That's what he did the last time we saw him. It's weird.
Got the dog in me. His uncle was pretty
Chris
good,
was
too.
like, Wardlow. Walter's like, Wardlow won. And then Jericho's like, I like The Undertaker. A lot of people like The Undertaker.
He's looking a little bit more swollen. He's looked like he's been hitting the gym, working hard.
Robert says, when's the fraud Saraya showing up?
We don't know.
Yeah, ever since they put the title on her, it's
Adam
like
Page.
disappeared.
So Paige is coming down. I wonder if with Paige, if he's going to get beat up by Swerve and lose in his sequins pants tonight. I don't know if that's called sequins, but it's definitely see-through. What are see-through pants?
Somebody needs to beat him and throw him in a trash can.
How do you go from liking somebody to just absolutely wanting him out of the sport?
I don't know. There's something about him that I now can't stand. Oh! He's not cool anymore.
He sounds so much like Scott. It's awesome. When he talks. He's not as quick-witted as Scott, but... They need to get it off USA if they're going to be blurring fucking...
Every other word.
Shit.
Jacob says The Undertaker was the best wrestler in the world.
Was he?
He said, what about his butt?
Undertaker was... Oh, I didn't hear that.
Oh.
Look at the bikes. I had trikes like that when I was a kid. The Hot Wheels.
He has his own cutout. What a weirdo. Oh, there's MJF's title that he stole. That's funny and weird.
The Triple B. The Big Boob Bella.
Who is? What?
The Triple B.
Who said that? Did he
said
bring up the B?
No, I am.
Why are you bringing up the B?
Because MJF calls his title the Triple B. And that's Big Boob Bella.
Oh.
I'm excited for your match tonight. Look at that. Extended an olive branch.
But
Shake his hand.
He's gonna be in the other side.
He punched John Cena in the face.
Oh, poor John Cena gets
Now he's
punched
gonna spear
everywhere
him.
he goes.
He's gonna spear him.
What the hell?
Whoa, John Cena just a little too quick. Braun Breaker looks like he has a tank top on backwards. I don't understand why it's shaped like that, but...
I think it's a ladies.
Oh, God. Well, we'll be turning that.
Ew, that's
And then
a
I gotta watch
mess.
Hermie and freaking Dominic.
Ugh. Close it.
I know. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. All right, we're back over on AEW, and it looks like Jay White, some people call him the Switchblade, going up against Adam Page. The Hangman. They call him the Hangman. But they used to call him the Hangman when he wore normal pants, but now he wears see-through pants, so I don't know if you would call him that anymore. Or if you'd just call him, like, the She-Man.
I don't know what you call him, but he shouldn't be called anything that's
Adam.
masculine.
Adam the She-Man. Oh! It's awesome. Page with a chop. Dropped him down with that chop. Hangman and Switchblade. She-Man and Switchblade. I did write it down, by the way.
What is it?
Frasier.
Oh.
Starts Thursday. Have you considered that he hates you?
Chris says, crowd is saying Braun Breaker sucks. Walter says, Hangman Page for the win. And Pico says, first time for everything. Let's go, Jay White. Robbie says, is that the Kinder Surprise Seth Rollins with a belt?
Yes.
That's somebody who stole the belt off of somebody else because he thinks he's cool. Brandon's like, bullshit. And Walter says, go Hangman, win. And Walter also says, okay, bye guys. See you Friday for SmackDown. Bye, Walter. Thanks for hanging out with us for a minute. Pico says, you think the Bucks would have his back, but they're a bunch of pussies. Take care, Walter. Robbie says, if AEW had a channel, they would struggle because the content is low budget these days. Vindicator says, seems like White has been reading Philip Jack's playbook and started carrying around a phony world title belt. Oh no, he stole that from MJF. Then I thought you watched AEW. He literally stole it from him. MJF had a match and Jay White came down and stole the title and walked off with it. That's the real title. Vindicator says, Ravi, AEW is still significantly more watchable than Raw and SmackDown. And Chris says, LA Knight ref next. Yeah, that's happening over on that other one.
It is. Such a good song. Here I come. You spin me right around, baby, right around, like a record, baby, round.
Huh?
You spin me round, round. Said I was sorry. No, you didn't. I said it quietly.
Chris says LA Knight ref next, and Piccolo says, oh, there you go. One good thing about John Cena. What was it? Oh, that wipeout stuff? Robbie says, y'all blend into one. Piccolo's like it's fine when he isn't on WWE TV. Right?
Yeah, like that cock blockers.
Cody back there pretending to be the general manager for a minute. Hey, they're live tonight.
They are back. They did not do picture-in-picture, so there was a full commercial.
So, only maybe the first hour wasn't?
We're still in the first hour.
Yeah, well, they're a bunch of liars.
With lying.
Robbie says, so what will make NXT a must-watch show? Fuck if I know, dude. Vindicator's like,
Allin.
it's crazy. The Baltimore Orioles had the second most wins MLB, and they are about to get swept by the Rangers, who struggled to make the playoffs. It always happens.
They make some teams wait to play because they have play-in games, and that can throw off a lot of stuff. And Baltimore hasn't been good since like the mid-90s. And so all these young kids haven't done it under the lights like that before. And especially when you're playing in Baltimore, you're probably not playing in front of huge crowds like it used to be. It will be now. I mean, more and more people are going to watch them. But
right.
So going forward, I think this is good experience is what I'm getting at.
People. Is that a historical upset?
No.
Swept by the Rangers to make the playoffs. Is that a historical upset? I don't think so, people. They're showing Baron Corbin over on NXT.
Yeah, Baron.
That guy.
He's so good.
Piccolo says, like, when the number 1 seed Mavs were beat by the number 8 Golden State in the first round. And Vindicator says, game is in the Rangers' home park tonight. And Piccolo's like, asking for a friend. No, that wouldn't be considered a historical upset because the Orioles haven't been good and the Rangers aren't good. They're like evenly not good. If that
it's
makes
just cool
sense.
that the Rangers made it that far. I mean, The Rangers kind of suck too.
Mm-hmm. I have a question.
Good.
So you know how I brought over those DVDs that were like horror movies and stuff?
Yeah.
Do you know where those are at?
They're in that tote of movies. I think it's
Okay, so they're in the movie tote.
I'm pretty
Do
sure.
you remember if The Watcher in the Woods was in there?
I don't remember.
Rob is like, tell it on next, like who?
Yeah. Who? Who?
I don't know, I have a cat on my lap. What?
LA Knight coming down to the ring over on AEW.
Oh, tell it on NXT is what he meant. I have no idea.
They're just trying to get the ratings up. It's kind of like a weird ploy. So who is going to be watching what show? I'm watching both, so I don't know how ratings work. So I don't know if they're like breaking in and watching my TV and watching what I'm watching.
Oh my God.
Or...
They're watching us watch two things.
Mm-hmm. And so I don't know how they do it.
Reverse.
If they go, okay, well on the left they're watching this, so that one counts more. But I am switching it back and forth, so I don't know. But Dominic could become a 2-time champion down there in NXT, or a 2-belt champion. So basically Dominic's the Roman Reigns of the Retribution.
Weird. So creepy. Brandon's like NXT versus AEW, and Chris says, sad that Corbin destroyed Braun Breaker. He destroyed him. That's funny. The Indicator says, and in the NFL, both the Raiders and Packers were historically great teams, and they suck this year.
Yeah.
The Raiders haven't been a great team since like the 80s. 90s? I don't know when the Packers did anything good. The early 2000s.
They won a Super Bowl, or they went to the Super Bowl, at least under John Gruden.
Who?
The Raiders. They went to the Super Bowl in the 2000s.
Oh. Pila says, oh, I'm going to be right back.
I think.
Going to holler at the Twitch stream. You should do that. Vindicator's like, no,
wrong.
Brandon, it's TBS versus USA.
Yeah. And I don't know who has more channels in the U.S.
TBS or USA? Who owns them?
Discovery owns TBS, but it used to be Turner, and that's why it's Turner Network. And then USA is owned by NBC. NBC, I would assume NBC Universal is a bigger company.
Oh, he's so creepy.
But it looks like Disney could be trying to sell ABC, and that would be cool. Not that that has anything to do with anything, other than it would be cool to see somebody jumping on and grabbing that. I feel like those original 3 channels / 4 channels are important. And it would be nice for Disney not to own one of them. The Equalizer 3 is a goddamn foreign film that you can't watch because you have to read the whole time. I would like to watch it, but I don't want to read the whole time.
The Equalizer 3.
Yeah.
Chris says Drogonov is dripped out with Santa Claus ring gear. His name is Hermie.
It's Hermie.
And he wants to be a dentist.
Hermie Dragunov.
Ravi says, I think the NFL was in London the other weekend. It was this last weekend. And yes, they were in London.
Twice.
Vindicator says, big rumor, by the way, is that H is now in full control of creative for WWE. We'll see how that goes. Still have no...
Supposedly, he's been in full control for the last 6-7 months.
Yeah.
So we know how it's going to go because it's been going that way.
Still have no faith it will be any better than it's been the last 3 years.
No.
Pico says, oh yeah, Jacksonville was playing, I don't know, the Patriots or something.
They played 2 weeks ago, somebody, and then they played last week against the Bills, and they beat the Bills last week.
Yeah.
LA Knight trying to slide in his Timberlands. Doesn't work very well.
No, they probably have a lot of grip. Got the grip. Not like the drip, but the grip.
You know why actors don't do their own stunts?
Oh my God, why?
Insurance claims. So the biggest insurance claim ever was in Iron Man, because whatever his name is, Downey Jr., he hurt his ankle, and so they had to stop production of that multi-million-dollar film for a while, and that's a lot of money. And so the insurance companies just don't allow it. Like, they don't like it. They don't want him to almost do anything. And you're like, well, Tom Cruise does his own. Tom Cruise.
Jackie Chan does his own.
Well, Tom Cruise movies are a little bigger than Jackie Chan movies.
I don't know. No.
But Tom Cruise does his own. But what Tom Cruise does is he goes to the studio and he signs it, and then he takes full responsibility and he bonds himself.
Oh.
So if anything happens, it's his money that loses.
Right.
Hermes is down, guys. Hermes is in trouble.
Oh, no, not the trouble.
Or Hermes, not Hermes. Hermes is a Greek messenger.
Hermes.
It's just Hermes.
He goes like, anyone undefeated in pro football anymore?
Yeah. The 49ers are undefeated.
Vindicator's like, the 49ers are 5-0 and the Eagles are 5-0.
Yeah. Which also means police.
Yeah, the 5-0, man.
The 5-0.
The buzz.
5-0.
The po-po. Chris is like, LA Knight taking a back seat tonight. I would have thought we get a promo. Vindicator says, Hangman and Switchblade having the best match on any show so far.
Yeah, it's on for sure.
Oh, yeah, it's so fantastic. It makes me want to barf. Either that or it could be the grody snacks I ate. Chips and chocolate. Blah.
I'm just watching the Flex Tape commercial. The boat was made out of Flex Tape.
That guy's got a boat.
Out of Flex Tape.
Out of Flex Tape. Holy shit.
Oh, I want some Flex Tape.
I want a Flex Tape boat. We should get a boat.
I should buy a boat.
He goes like, I heard Tupac Killer finally got arrested last week.
You know, I forgot to look into that. And what's funny is I heard that they got a warrant and all that. But the problem is it can't be the original killer that killed Tupac, right? Or Puffy would be in jail. Well, because I'm sure he's the one that hired him. And so why wouldn't he get rid of him?
I don't know. I thought it was the other guy that was in the vehicle with him.
Suge?
Yeah, he hired the guy to kill him.
No.
And he's like, make sure it looks good by hurting me too.
I don't.
And that's
see that.
why. Oh no, he totally did.
I don't see that.
He hated him so bad. They were not best friends.
Okay, well, first of all,
Suge Knight's not friends with anybody but himself and his pocketbook. And now look where it got him in jail where he belongs.
his butt book.
Sicko. Chris says, LOL, we are all just waiting for The Undertaker on NXT, and on AEW we are waiting for Sky Blue or Julia Hart or Taya Valkyrie. Do they even have any other ladies matches tonight? I don't think so.
I would hope they have at least one.
Do they have a ladies match?
Wait, which company?
AEW.
We haven't had one yet, so I would assume they'll do one.
He senses the danger.
It's like a dog. He can sense that danger.
This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Which one?
But he was like, oh, Suge Knight. I never heard any of his songs.
He doesn't
He
rap.
calls like a Sheeta versus Saraya for the strap.
Yeah? He's just a gangster type guy, like a hustler. He's an executive.
He kills people. He's a murderer.
He's not even.
He's a murderer!
He hung Vanilla Ice outside of a hotel window by his ankles.
I saw the show. I saw that show. I saw that movie about that guy. Suge Knight's a murderer. He gave that guy AIDS.
Oh my god.
He's a murderer.
He didn't give anybody.
Murder! He gave him AIDS. We had a whole conversation about it.
Right.
He's the one that infected him with a high dose of AIDS.
Old Shug.
Mm-hmm. To what's his
Death
face?
Row!
Because he wouldn't play ball with him. Mm-hmm. That's why he killed him.
He wanted to play ball.
Well, now he's in jail. He can play a lot of that.
Mind the stepsel.
Chris says, and we are waiting for Tiffany Stratton on NXT. Is she coming? Veneer's like, Suge Knight in the same class as O.J. Simpson. Oh, God, no. O.J.'s way better.
OJ's innocent. It was his son.
Yeah, O.J. didn't do anything.
Did you hear about that?
Uh-huh.
OJ's son, probably.
Yeah, I showed you that conspiracy, remember?
I like every
I was the one that sent you that. I sent you that conspiracy
oh,
about OJ.
Sister Abigail! No, so close.
Whatever that was. Ugh, so
They
dumb.
call that a dead eye because your
face
is right in his butt.
Poor...
So you get pink eye.
Ew,
so they call
gross.
it dead eye. Whoa! Jay White, the switchblade.
You're very tiring.
Oh, wow, he touched the referee. Referee should kick him out. The Mongoloid touched the referee.
Oh, hey.
Haha, Prince whatever.
Nana.
Prince
Oh, no.
Ali. 1, 2, 3. Switchblade wins. Switchblade wins. Switchblade wins. Definitely okay with this. L.A. White looks like the most uncoordinated referee in the history of the whole business.
Is it because he's wearing
weird boots and pants
and a vest
over his referee gear? Yeah.
And he's wearing sunglasses. How can you see the moves correctly? I don't know what happened, but he's looking at him.
Hermie,
he touched his dick or something. Did he touch his pee-pee?
He probably licked,
Did he
licked the snow and tasted the silver.
Did he touch him in the no-no square? No. Not the no-no square.
Hermie's different.
Chris says, yeah, boy, Kaiser, a.k.a. Dragunov, is winning. His name is Hermie.
Oh, MJF.
He wants to be a dentist. He's an elf in Santa's workshop.
Hermie and Rudolph.
Duh.
If you haven't seen it, it's claymation. You should watch it, but he stars in it.
People's like, me too. Hey, MJF thinks he's going to get that match back, his other belt back. It's like, that's my belt, man. Give me my belt
He should just forfeit it.
Give me my belt, man. That's my belt, man. It's my belt.
Look, Jay White, you SOB. He wants the big boob Bella. Told ya.
He should just go down there and smack him. Give it back! Give it back!
Don't give it back.
Give it back! Vindicator's like, it's so comical. LA Knight rough shirt looks like something he would wear every day with that leather jacket and jeans.
Right? You could see him riding down the street on a Harley like that.
It's like, I got my rough shirt on.
It's not a It's not a motorcycle. It's a chopper.
It's a chopper.
It's a chopper.
It's a chopper. No, actually, we don't.
I don't think anybody wants to hear from
I don't want to hear from
J-A-Y.
any of them. Ugh, none of them. Sorry, buddy.
Shush.
Okay, you're okay. Thank
Shush.
you. Okay.
Shush. He's copying. Shush.
Oh, jeez. Don't copy people. Dweeboid. Come up with your own crap.
Shorty G's pissed off right now. The bang bang.
Oh, fucking Jesus. Oh, God.
Shut the fuck up.
They're like, we can't blurb that out. Sorry about that.
Yeah, the crowd was too rude to him. I understand that. It's the crowd's fault.
Oh my God. Talking in a long match with a McDowell. Oh, Finn Balor out there.
Uh-oh. Is there
Oh,
disqualification?
McDowell.
Why is the referee hitting people?
Well, it's McDowell. He's got to get him out of the ring, I guess. That's one way to
He
eject
landed
him.
right on his face. That's awesome.
He's like, well, I got to eject him somehow.
What? Why is he touching a woman? That's a trick. So they just let the match continue.
Yeah, I guess that's how you do it in NXT.
Well, it looks like Hermie won. Hermie is still the champion of NXT.
Then here's like, Hangman been taking a lot of loses lately outside of winning the trios title. Guess he is not a pillar anymore.
No. Was he one of the pillars? I can't remember. I didn't think he was.
I don't think he was. They had Darby, Sammy, and Orange.
Well,
No.
I can't remember the pillars.
MJF.
Oh yeah, MJF and Luke Perry's son.
Oh,
Jungle Boy.
Jungle Boy. Sophie's out in here again saying, how's the Tuesday Night Wars going? Well, about as boring
it's actually
as we
pretty
expected.
good. Rhea Ripley was in another man's arms.
She was excited about it and then got upset.
Well, because she noticed people could see it. She's a knight, like a closet type lover.
Chris says, LL trick caught Mammy, and Vindicator's like, Travis, you making fun of Dragunov? Gunther actually has lots of respect for him. Called him one of his toughest opponents ever. That sounds like something they told him to say
that.
And they bought him out to say it. Because Dragunov looks like a weirdo.
Isn't that guy named Dragunov, too?
That's T-Bar.
Yeah, his name's
Djokovic.
That's it.
Djokovic.
The joke. Hey, look, Corbin. It's a couple big dudes.
Ooh. Chris says, I thought it was for North American title as well. I don't know. Sophie says, Cody Rhodes is the GM of NXT tonight. Yeah, he is. He's the guest GM.
Hopefully Corbin can take that title off of Hermie.
People says, it's nice. People fought, and once in a while, there's cursing. Sophie says, I could see NXT and AEW head-to-head again. That's a possibility.
You could, especially with hockey. I mean, I would hope that AEW wins tonight for themselves. I don't know if Becky's supposed to be on tonight, but they kind of need her. They're all laughing at him.
Chris is like, I'd rather see T-Bar as champ.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind T-Bar. Anybody, to be honest. Shit, I was okay with Mello over Hermie.
So he's like, how is AEW Dynamite going? Fine. And Pico's like, yeah, in a car or in a bar, in a train or in a plane. So he says, I saw a clip of Heyman talking to The Rock's daughter backstage.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
She's got that, what's that movie called? With the Wolf Boy? Twilight. She's got that girl's same issue where she can't close her mouth.
Pickle says Juice must be wearing the panties in the family, I guess.
Bang Bang. That was a pretty cool song back in the old days. Bang Bang.
What he should do is just beat him up in the back with a baseball bat.
Is he Sting?
Take him out with a belt. Oh, look. I guess she did show up on NXT.
Jade! Thank you. Or were they chanting holy shit or something?
I don't know what they were doing. What?
Nothing. Oh, I didn't mean to go back more.
It's fine.
All right, I switched over to NXT because Jade Cargill showed up. And now I'm going to listen to what she had to say. So I rewound it a little bit. Look, he's got a roll of quarters over on AEW.
Nice.
Such a pleasure. Welcome to NXT. That's it. Just a wild time. We got a big show.
Wild times. Interesting.
I think there's geese outside.
Is there?
Yeah.
Huh. So I guess they somehow have a thing of quarters for MJF, and
Yeah. My big thing is
you know what he should do is he should go take this thing of quarters, put him in a sock, and then beat Jay White with it.
I mean, how long can a promo last?
How much can somebody do this kind of crap? This whole here's my I stole it kind of garbage.
Oh, that happens all. I've seen it for.
It's on Full
decades.
Gear Saturday, November 18th. Jay White against MJF.
Yeah. So he's gonna hold the title till then.
I hope somebody finds him in the back and beats him with a baseball bat. Maybe a wiffle ball bat.
He did it like this. He did it like that. He did it with a wiffle ball bat. So look, they're doing another silent segment.
Ah.
I need a smarter TV where you can zoom and then
Right.
move it.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool. It was
Pico's like, it's going to happen. Chris says Ava Rain joining Bloodline. Vindicator says Jade boobs almost hanging out.
Yeah, that's fine.
You've got a problem with that,
it's
Vindicator?
Fine. It's fine.
Do you have a problem with that, sir? Because I sure don't. Sophie says HBK and Triple H hyped up NXT tonight, saying a bunch of surprises is going to happen tonight. Vindicator's like, Lola Vice is a spicy one, Travis. And Chris says, here comes Lola Vice. Sophie says Triple H said he will show up on NXT tonight as well, along with Kevin Owens. Vindicator says everyone's showing up, Sophie, because they are desperate. An AEW show is not even that great. Pico is like, that's amazing. Juice sounds just like the meth addict he looks like. Yeah, no shit. Sophie's like, on Twitter, a couple of superstars were seen getting the call from the NXT boss HBK to appear tonight. Pico says, oh, poor Pip, just trolling Tony. I mean, she can't catch a break.
Start out with the bang.
No.
If you were going to put together a card to compete with the NXT card, who would you have on it?
Not the people they've chosen. I don't know who. Let's see. Someone's like, I don't know how many people are watching both NXT and AEW tonight at the same time. Everybody? Me? We are.
Everybody I know, personally.
Including myself. Chris says, oh, come on. TNT is cucking us, showing Tony's segment picture-in-picture, not full. It's a silent movie, Chris, so it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter. It's a silent movie, so yeah, it wouldn't matter. D's like, LOL, and D falls asleep. I feel you, D. Totally. Yes. I'm ready. I'm done. The last, hour of this has gone by, and it feels like it's been forever. And it's still got more than 30 minutes left of this shit. So he's like, Raw was awesome last night. And Vindicator's like, dropping the ball with Tony tonight. Nobody will remember these commercial skits one bit.
Well, not these ones.
They're a silent movie. How is it even possible? Earn the ship? Why would you cut the B off, dude? It doesn't sound... Burn the ship! Chris says, well, maybe Taker will show up next. Yeah, over there on NXT. It's supposedly going to happen.
Shida.
Ikaru Shida!
So we're going to have a championship tonight. So there's your answer when you're going to see Saraya again.
There it is. Sophie's like, do you think if AEW wasn't on tonight, WWE wouldn't stack up NXT?
Yes, I think it was, they did it on purpose.
People's like, the crack-rated super ass is going to be coming up soon. Yeah, ass
The last
crack.
time Triple H lost to AEW, Vince took it from him.
That's hilarious.
So he ain't fucking around this time. He's
JD
like...
King says, I wish Sasha Banks would come to AEW. Mary Wilson, bring back Everblast. Maybe you are Everblast, Mary. Maybe you should bring back Everblast. Quinn says, that was tasteless by Juice Robinson. Brought the quarters that MJF got hit by his high school bullies.
It's pretty funny.
Sophie says NXT is building to that 2-week Halloween Havoc event.
Yeah, they are.
Who's this weirdo Toodle? Is he like from Twilight and they let him out?
Twilight?
Yeah, he looks like some weird vampire person from Twilight. Darren is in
this
the
girl
chat.
here in
Hey,
the blue and gold.
Darren.
She is really cute. Her name's something Palmer.
Are you talking about the purple and green?
Is her green? I just saw the gold.
Yeah, it's like a greenish,
Yeah.
putrid green color.
Yeah.
Gold.
Danny Palmer.
You're hilarious.
Looks like gold.
Anyways, Darren says Undertaker are going to come out and do exactly what? Touch his dong.
It's just the big dong. I mean, that's all people really care about.
Quentin says, you think that we're going to see LA Knight going for the North American title? No. Sophie says, I saw the card for both shows tonight and they both seem weak. Pickle says, ew, deep cut, Quentin. Never thought that. Chris says, LOL, for a sec, I thought it was Cora. That's Tatum Paxley. Mary says, you guys banned Everblast. That's oh, fuck off, Mary. I'll ban you.
What is up?
Your ass.
Why is my ass up?
Not the ass. So I says, imagine if AEW went head-to-head against Raw. Feels like, let's go Saraya. Chris is like, crowd loves Lola Vice.
They have, I don't know who Lola Vice is, but I like this Danny Palmer.
The purple and blue one
Yeah.
and the pink blue
I'll
outfit.
forget her name already because I already forgot what you called it. But
Lola.
over on the Lola.
Her name was Lola. She was a showgirl.
That's a good one. But there's also another one.
What?
There's also another one. That's
Yeah, the man one.
I can't remember how that goes.
JD King says, I hope AEW wins against NXT. Shawn Michaels was always no good, just like Nash. They both never draw ratings. That's so weird. I don't understand why Shawn Michaels wouldn't draw ratings with his cross eyes.
Dude, he got those later in his career.
I got those later in my career. Sure he did. So if it's like, I could see NXT beat AEW in the ratings.
They could. I don't see
people's like,
Becky Lynch on here yet,
at the
though.
Copa Cabana? Yeah. But we should talk about the other Lola.
Yeah. It was a
Coca-Cola Lola.
girl dressed as a man or whatever. Or a man dressed as a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember how the beat goes.
I used to sing it all the time, and then I forgot it.
Oh, I love that song.
It's a good song.
Yeah, I always bring that one up to Brett, and when he brings up the other Lola song.
Coca Cabana Lola?
Yeah, he brings up that one, and I bring up the rock one from the 70s.
JD's like, Bret Hart was always better than Shawn.
You
Not
know,
Bret Hart.
to be honest, didn't like either one of them. That was a dark time for WWE in my eyes.
Oh, God. She
was
did
after,
not do a very good move
after
there.
all the good wrestlers left. They all abandoned ship. They put NXT, or they put what's his name? Oh, fuck, what's his name? Randy Savage on commentary. It was just really dark times. Who is that? Was that Ruby?
Might have been.
Yeah.
Ruby. Tony.
She's hit her with a shoe.
She's beating her with her shoes.
She fights like a woman.
Damn. They're like trying not to laugh on the commentary. Vindicator's like, not a fan of Lola stealing Tony's running butt thrust move. Everybody does the butt thrust
There's
move.
a lot
What are you
of people
talking
that
about?
do that. No,
Any of
it
them
looks
that
like
have
Danny Palmer
butts
could
are...
lose right here.
Oh, Jesus. She's like, you like that? You like it up there in my coochie? She's like, no,
Get her,
but
Palmer.
here.
Get her, Palmer.
Is that Palmer or Paxley? Somebody called her Paxley.
Palmer is the one in the purple, and she just lost. Danny Palmer. That's too bad.
Right?
She's a smoke show. I don't know who this other girl is.
Thanks, Piccola. Vindicator's like, wrestling is now devoid of originality, LOL. Feels like, when's Hager gonna be back from her injury? I don't know.
No idea.
Lola Vice won it. Poor Danny Palmer.
Lola Vice. Boo.
Piccola's like, LOL Soho Ninja 2033. Chris says, damn, Paige Rack.
Yeah, it's out there, isn't it? She just needs to tighten up the rest of her, and she would be what she used to be. This girl's changed. Remember her?
No.
Oh, you don't remember? She's the one that's like 19 in real life.
Oh.
They've made her kind of sluttier. They put her with...
Oh, is she the one that had the fight with Darby about the skateboards? No, that's a different
No, that
girl.
was Cora Jade, I think.
Oh.
No, she's the one that was wrestling Tiffany Stratton for the title. She's at the Chase U, and it's kind of goofy. She's got all that weird energy. She looks like she did cocaine every time she talked.
Oh, the one that's like a cheerleader and jumps around like a crazy person?
But they put her with the girl that was in Toxic Attraction, and she made her dress all kind of in black and slutty. This one actually is modest, so when I'm saying that, it doesn't look like it. But usually it's like this lacy stuff.
Oh, weird. Huh. JD King says, do you think AJ Styles, LA Knight, and some of the TNA wrestlers could have saved WCW?
WCW didn't really need saving. It was just... It didn't go out of business. Like, I feel like people think it just went out of business. Like it went under or something.
Right.
What happened with WCW is Ted Turner got into wrestling, I want to say in 1990, but it could have been 89, it could have been 91. I'm not a historian, and that's not the point of what I'm saying. He called Vince McMahon up and he said, Vince, I'm in the wrestling business. And at the time, Vince wasn't a billionaire, and Ted Turner was. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of a big deal. And Vince became one and all that later on. But it was a ego thing. Well, anyways, he didn't care, so he spent and did whatever he wanted because he didn't worry about money because it's Ted Turner.
Right.
Then he sold because he was retiring. He was getting out of the business, so he sold his company. And then he moved to Montana. But when he sold this company, nobody wanted it. No, Turner, the company that bought Turner, which was Time Warner or something.
Yeah.
They didn't want wrestling. Like, who would want wrestling, right? Like, it doesn't even make sense, especially if you're like a suit.
Right.
You're like, what the fuck is this? Like, we own this?
What is
and
this?
So it was like, it was worth about like $250 million at the time. Because, you know, contracts are different nowadays. But they literally just wrote it off and they sold it to Vince McMahon for like $2 million. So it didn't go out of business. So you don't have to say, like, would it have saved it? The only thing that would have saved it is if he would have passed it down to his kids or sold it to somebody else that liked wrestling, that wanted to own a wrestling company. And that didn't exist. I think a lot of people would have bought it if they knew what it was going for.
Yeah, like nothing. Pennies on the dollar
because
almost.
like when those guys start, like Jeff Jarrett, when he started TNA or whatever wrestling,
Right.
it probably cost him that to get going.
Right.
And he could have just bought WCW, but he didn't know. Because Vince just said, I'll give you this for it. And they said, okay.
Right.
And that was it. Like, so there was no bidding wars. There was, first come, first serve. And Vince is a businessman. He just happened to make I don't know if it was a wise investment, but it just definitely didn't hurt to buy it.
Right.
And then dismantle it because it was done right when you bought it. But anyways, it looks like we have that Carmelo Hayes match over on AEW. He's got is that AEW? That's NXT. He's got John Cena with him. And I don't see the other guy out there yet. So Braun Breaker is not out there yet. And over on AEW, Shida, who is a 2-time world champion, is going up against Saraya, who is the current world champion. Will they give it to her a third time? That was a very dangerous move. Did you see that? Mm-hmm. You did? Yeah, that was brutal. For her neck?
Yeah. Picola says that poster had a family. Chris says, LL, Thea Hale is like Julia Hart. Picola says Thea Hale ain't too bad. Sophie says HBK is behind creative of NXT, I think. Chris says JC Jane. And Picola says Roxy Perez was under Booker T's development promotion. Vindicator says, I think Saraya dropping the belt to Shida tonight would be a good decision since they gave Orange back his belt.
I don't see that happening. And the reason I say that is because she's just won it a couple weeks ago and lost it at the pay-per-view. And that was 2 times. So do you want her to be a 3-time champion with no storyline?
Pickle says JD King, that had to do with the TV merger and Time Warner at the time didn't think wrestling was worth saving, as you said. Chris says Paul Heyman, and Pickle says, yeah, that's why the major players, Goldberg, Flair, Sting, Hall, Nash, etc., were being paid to stay home and not join the invasion angle. Right. JD King says, I know Jeff Jarrett almost bought before Vince did, but Vince bought. Chris says, what, no Taker? Maybe he will help put out during this match.
There it is.
Pickle says, I think maybe the Taker talk was fake news. LOL, Taker talk.
No, Cena kicked out even after getting sprayed in the face with spray paint.
Vindicator says mellow, not mella, but mellow is money. Carmelo is a moron.
Yeah, he's more
he's a terrible.
He's more like food stamps or something.
He's a terrible champion. Nobody should have him as a champion.
Well, he's better than the guy they have, but I would rather him be champion than the guy they have.
Herbie.
Shut the shit down on these clowns.
So did she spray her with paint in the face?
She went
that she found somewhere?
Her. Yeah.
Like where the hell did she find spray paint? She pull it out of her cleavage?
Could have. No, okay. She cheated though. Are they going to count that? There it is. Whoever said it. You're right. It happened. 3-time champion for Shida.
Vindicator says they think Sherry is dropping the belt to Shida tonight.
They're just changing things up over on AEW. She might be the only 2-time women's champion. And now she's 3-time.
I want to see that last pin.
She held on to the ropes. She cheated.
Did she have the rope?
Yeah, she cheated. Which is fine. I don't care.
Huh. Interesting. As Vindicator says, there we go. So Shida got it back. So he says, I saw on Twitter about who's going to watch both shows, and the other opinion on the poll were both or neither. JD King says, do you think Triple H will bring back Dolph Ziggler? No.
No,
he might be involved in creative, but that doesn't mean he's involved in talent.
I would say no, because I have a feeling he doesn't want to come back for lower wage. Because he's not in charge of financing. And so it's going to be who's in charge of money, which would be Nick Khan.
Vindicator says maybe Paige will jump back to WWE now. LOL. Chris says Sheeta wins 3 times. People says, dang, another Sheeta reign. And Sophie says 11% of people say they aren't going to watch both NXT and AEW tonight. Picola says, well, how about that? Bots. They were bots. Probably. Vindicator says, you should ask for investment advice, Travis, because clearly I am a psychic.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, you hit the nail right on the head. Twice, I believe. That's cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool. That's
so
fine.
AEW is giving away 50,000 toys for Toys for Tots.
So they were talking about something that happened earlier, but I didn't catch what they said. They said, we'll keep you updated as the night goes on. So something bad happened, maybe. Here's right here.
I'm looking. I'll find it eventually.
Let's see. Vindicator says, you should have from JD King says, I know Triple H would do anything to bring people back. And people say,
Yeah, it's definitely not going to argue on that one. They put it on her, but probably because she was in London.
oh, it's just that guy. Nobody cares.
Hey, it's what's his name? It's Pillman.
That's funny. Huh. As I say, what has been the highlight across both programs for you guys? Because like
Jade
that a
Cargill.
beautiful thing. Oh yeah, that beautiful thing. Sophie says, I saw the tweet that Tony Khan said bald asshole meaning Triple H. Oh, cool.
If anybody cares, Brian Pillman Jr. is on NXT right now.
He doesn't want him to think about his dead father.
Who raised you? And that's how we got the name King.
Because
The real
his dead
man.
daddy doesn't mean anything.
His real dad, it was bleh. He wasn't there to raise him. He's too addicted to drugs. Hey! That's that Blair Davenport. She's the one that's with the guy that always wrestles Kenny Omega.
Keshta?
No, he's not in AEW, but he's on AEW quite a bit.
Oh.
He's the best in the world.
Will Ospreay.
Will Ospreay. Treat people like you differently.
Toodles.
Toodles. Love it. Oh, they got Carmella on there this year.
Where? What?
I was just looking at the ad over there.
Oh.
I think that's Carmella. It might not be.
No,
Carmella.
that's some girl named Camille.
Oh, Camille.
Chris says, okay, Sky Blue on Rampage. Vindicator's like, geez, Rampage still just a filler show. I see another week card, but at least Sky will be rolling around there, LOL. People says they love giving old coats away and contributing for Christmas dinner, Thanksgiving dinners for the homeless.
Yes.
Vindicator says, so Callis cannot let Tony have her own thing. Now he is doing messages and Pip. What a jerk off. Chris says, oh shit, Brian Pillman Jr. is Lexus King. Sophie says, Brian Pillman Jr. in your ring name honors his dead sister and his mom. Vindicator says, okay, all these women kissing Asuka butt makes me want to barf, as Asuka tries to get away from him because she don't like it either. JD King's like, do you think Will Ospreay draws ratings?
No.
Not the kind of ratings you would want.
It's the same 600,000 people that watch him, that watch AEW, that watch NXT. I feel like they're the indie fans, and it's the same 600 to 700,000.
Yeah.
That was my guess.
Let's see. Chris says Tiffany Stratton versus Asuka. Sophie says Lexus is short for Alexis, Brian Pillman Jr.'s sister, who died, and the King part of his name is his late mom when she got remarried after his dad died.
Right.
Chris says, damn, Tiffany looks like a streetwalker in that outfit. And Vindicator says, bada bing, bada boom, tag team battle. Really? That's the best WWE could come up with, and you see why I stopped watching, LOL.
If they put him with Braun Breaker next, if Paul Heyman can last another 5-10 years with his health, that could be something.
Yeah. So it says, do you think Cody Rhodes, John Cena will draw ratings for NXT this week? I'm sure they'll have some
I feel like their ratings will be decent. Braun Breaker's back. He's a draw.
They all hate him, so it all works. Nobody likes him.
They had Tiffany Stratton for a second. Too bad they didn't have the man on there. And you still might see the Undertaker's big dong, or at least hear it.
Yeah. The fact that he has bad ass written above his ass is just weird. But, you know, hey, that works out, I guess. He brought his chapstick. Gross, dude. Don't be gross.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you awake?
Hey, look. He found a 3 team that can hang with him.
I don't think he likes them.
Well,
So it was like the main event for tonight. NXT is weird. Is it? People's like, fun? What is it? What's fun? He didn't want to scissor you guys. Aww. He really wanted to be his friend.
He tried everything last time. Bumps, handshakes, scissors, the whole bit. And he said no. All right. This match is underway.
Yeah, we don't know what's happening over on AEW. It's talking some more,
lot
which
of
is normal.
talking.
So it says, do you think Dom will be NXT World Champion? No.
No, he already lost.
He just lost.
He lost if you didn't see it. Oh, I guess that's done charging.
It's like, fuck off. I am out.
It was at 98. It's good enough.
Yeah, everybody wants that around your weekly.
Come on, Braun. There it is. Show off that muscle. Be like your pops. The dog-faced gremlin.
So weird.
But what he needs is a freak, so he can be like his uncle. And only care about his freaks and his peaks. And then work on his biceps more. Here it is. Adam Copeland match is coming up next. If you guys don't know who Adam Copeland is, he is formerly known as the WWE Superstar Edge.
It's ass crack.
He made his debut on AEW a week or so ago, and
Ass crack.
he's back
Ass crack.
and wrestling.
And Pickle says, kids gonna know the lingo, the scissor me guys speak. Then he cares like, all right, guys, I'm seeing nothing from AEW and, of course, WWE that I have not seen before. Even though Edge versus Dinosaur is first time ever. But basically, Edge versus Kane. So I'm heading out.
Boom.
See you guys next Wednesday.
See ya.
Bye, Vin. You should swing in and say hi on Friday. Just say hi. Anyway, Sophie says it wouldn't be surprised to see more main roster stars show up on the NXT after tonight. And Pico says on this day, it's a Tuesday, and it's the day after Mondays. Bye, Vindicator.
Good stuff.
This is like the longest.
Really? I feel like
Ever.
everything's going pretty quick. I don't know what time it is. I do have a watch. Oh, there's like 9 minutes left. What are you talking about? I thought there was like 30 minutes left.
It was like 2 hours ago. Last 20 minutes took forever.
They didn't leave a lot of time for this mellow match. Marshmallow?
Yeah. Chris says, well, Cora is one of Braun freaks because so. And then he can be in a tag team with Lexus King, a.k.a. Pillman Jr. They'll be the second generation stars rejected by their respective families.
That's hilarious.
Pickles like Christian is Hill personified.
Yeah, he does it really well. I can't believe WWE didn't keep him around as a manager.
So it says AEW is also going to have a 10-minute overrun, Tony Khan announced. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Talking about Retribution.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Judgment Day.
Judgment Day. I'm their father, and that's the difference.
So it says Braun Breaker should have been on the main roster months ago. No. He got unpopular. And you can't put an unpopular person on the main roster. People is like, oh, he's talking shit about Edge led Judgment Day. That's hella funny. So he says, do you think they are going to do Cena versus Braun? No. Chris says Christian calling out Judgment Day. Cena versus Braun Breaker.
Uh-huh. They should do that.
They should?
Yeah. It would help out Breaker. He'd lose, but that's okay. Or he could win by cheating. Or he's just drinking up water.
Thirsty boy.
Hopefully it's not out of the toilet.
I'm pretty sure he's in the kitchen.
Me too, but...
Weirdo. Quinn says, love this Father of the Year gimmick from Christian Cage.
Yeah, dude, whatever he does it's so good. I didn't realize it was this good because I didn't watch him in WWE. I wasn't watching at that time. It's the Edge era, with him and all that. I didn't watch it then.
Right.
And I didn't realize he was so good on the mic.
Vinegar says later Picola. So he's like, we only have Cena until Crown Jewel. Then he goes back to Hollywood. Pico's like, Christian's so hot right now.
Yeah, he's something else.
Chris says, yeah, Edge was a sellout when he was WWE champ in 06. Instead of bringing back Christian, he sold out for being champ with Orton.
Yeah. I think he did a championship run with Hogan, too. Like a tag team championship run with Hogan. Keep it down. He's talking to Beth Phoenix.
Picola says, oh, my only movie quote tonight, and it fell flat.
Edge is also
Chris
so
says
upset.
Christian has Nick Wayne's mom now.
Yeah.
He also
look at
wants
this.
Edge's. He also wants Edge's wife. Gross. Picco's like, my Mugato needs work. I know. I didn't know that you had quoted a movie quote. Sorry.
Oh, Braun Breaker taking it right to
Are you
Carmella.
talking about Christian so hot right now? You're talking about
so hot right now.
Clueless?
Is that what that's off of?
Well, I'm pretty sure that the gay guy on Clueless is called Christian.
Oh. The one that she's trying to get with that looks like Jason Priestley.
Yeah. People says Zoolander. Zoolander? Oh. Is there a Christian in Zoolander, too?
No, it would be, what's his name? The other one. Hansel.
Oh.
Hansel's so hot right now.
can't turn left.
I've never. No, that's Zoolander.
I have a problem.
Hansel. All he would have had to do is turn left, and he would have won the walk off. When they had their walk off.
Yes.
The old warehouse.
I have a disorder. I can't turn left. I've got the black lung, Papa.
My favorite is the.
I do that line at work all the time.
A googly.
A googly?
A googly. She's like, what? Yeah. You want to write me a googly?
What a school for kids. What a little school for kids who can't read.
Can't read good.
I can't read good.
And then he shows him the model. He breaks it. And he's like, it has to be at least 2 times the size.
It's so small. What's this, a center for ants? Thank you, people.
What is this, a center for ants?
Center for ants?
It'd have to at least be 2 times the size.
Chris, this is the Lucha Tombstone taking shots at NXT and no taker yet. Who knows if they're going to have a taker?
By the way, Adam Copeland is wrestling the Luchasaurus.
That's crack.
And Braun Breaker's wrestling Hayes. Carmella or Camilla, something.
Carmelo
Hayes. Get him, Braun. Just end this shit.
Murder him with murder. Murder him with murder.
There's 2 minutes left, but both shows could easily go over. We've seen it 100 times. Oh, thrust kick. Braun landed right on his tush.
Oh, my.
Right on his prissy ass. That's from Young Guns.
Did you see the size of that chicken?
That might be the best part of that whole movie. You see the size of that chicken? They can't see us. We're in the spirit world. He's all sitting on the horse backwards. Emilio, he's like... He threw his gun. He spin his gun just disappeared.
Yeah.
I wonder if he ever got back. Probably not.
No. I'm pretty sure they didn't stick around that area.
No, they left right after it. Chavez. Navajo. That shit's funny. I like the second one too.
Yeah.
With what's his name, Christian Slater.
Yeah. Pico says, I don't know what I'll do with my free time tomorrow night.
Oh God.
I know, Pico. It's gonna be weird. Whole
Yeah.
Wednesday night without stuff. Strange. Feels like maybe I'll watch something scary like John Cena highlights. That's terrifying, dude. What the fuck?
Almost
Why would you
Halloween.
do that to yourself? You won't be able to see anything.
Well, it's at the top of the hour. It's 10 o'clock Eastern right now. And both shows are still well underway. Hayes comes down, gets picked up, dropped down. That's his finisher. That should do it. But he is going to kick out. You could watch his eyes. Mm-hmm. He's watching the rest. What happened to him?
I don't know what happened to him. I think he fell down.
They were showing John, but he like rolled out of the ring.
I don't know.
But there must be a winner. So they're going to a commercial on AEW, so you know they're going late. Last week they went 9 minutes late. Mm-hmm. There's Solo Sequoia.
Oh. I guess Solow decided to come down and
Which is
going to
start
John
the fight
with the bloodline
John.
stuff.
We knew this match is coming up, probably at Crown Jewel or something.
Chris says, well, I'll be watching Maestros win and go on to ALCS versus Rangers Texas Showdown.
Did Texas win tonight?
Fall.
Wait, that game started at 6. It can't be over yet. There's still an hour left at least. Or right around a half hour. 1, 2, and 3. It's over. Hayes wins.
Oh, fuck off.
Dumb. I guess they don't give a shit about their future.
Chris says, yep, Rangers winning top of 7th. They have 7-1.
Oh, wow. So then he hits him with a spear afterwards. What the fuck? You lost.
Yeah. Chris is like, no taker.
Well, it's not over yet. Speaking of which, I'm going to flip it over there.
He's going to say words of stupidness.
Only one badass. Dong. I knew that was coming. There's only one badass in all of WWE.
There's your taker, Chris.
There's the motorcycle.
Because he said there's only one badass.
The American badass.
It's definitely not Mr. Braun Breaker. He's not the badass. People are like, is it him? I don't know. Is it? Is it really him? I can't tell if it's him. Is it just, it's like so fake. It's not him. All the people are like, is it? Is it? They're
You know
all
what
like,
would be
is
cool?
It? Is it?
Is if it's not him and
That'd be
Braun
fun.
takes it, but it's him.
That'd be
The
hilarious.
Undertaker's there.
Well, there you go, people. If you were watching NXT, you'd know for sure that you got to see The Undertaker. You got to ride his chopper down for 25 feet.
Right.
Because it's like the American badass taker, and people's like, rolling, rolling, rolling.
Yeah, he's got to park that. There's no way to get out. He's stuck.
Forever.
On the well, they would have to move the steps on that side. It's too tight right there.
Right?
That's it.
People's like, yeah, Kid Rock, I'm gonna hurl. What?
You don't like Kid Rock?
He sang a song, American Badass, so it has to be Kid Rock. Nobody else sings that song.
Yeah, you can't talk about America in nowadays world.
Oh my God, things
Undertaker's
are
in the ring.
The Luchasaurus is beating up ass crack. Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit! Holy shit!
You listen to me, old timer.
Oh.
Somebody's gonna get spanked. You fucked up. Yeah. It's not today. Saw that coming.
A mile away!
Hit him. He hit that kid.
He hit that
He
little
hates
boy.
kids. He hates kids.
He hit that little boy.
Undertaker hates kids. They're like, Edge is going to make his debut over on AEW. Let's bring in The Undertaker.
Oh, is he? Oh, ass crack? We don't give a shit. He's wrestling in nobody. Let's see what's going to go on tonight. Oh, Taker. Everybody loves this guy. Carmelo Hayes, you probably shouldn't smile about that stuff.
Hopefully he takes out Hayes, too.
That'd be hilarious. Like, oh, you think that's funny? You think that's funny? And then help him along with some stuff, too.
Undertaker! This is like an old man going back into baseball, but they have to go into AAA because they're not good enough to be on the main roster.
Well, we put him over here. Chris is like, Taker's still drunk from watching shows. Had to catch a flight from Texas. You think
Young fella. Now play Hogan's music.
Oh, God. I see cripples down there. Cripple, 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 cripple.
I'm just saying because Hogan's would be the older badass.
Right.
He's not much older, but he is older.
Oh, stop.
Chokeslam.
Ew, gross. He's like, look at this child.
Look how little he is. That's just ridiculous.
No.
I mean, leave him in NXT. Give him the North American Championship and let him run wild. All right, well, WWE's done.
NXT is over. They did have The Undertaker show up. He came on. He said hi. He broke Braun Breaker. So that happened.
Okay, so the Adam Copeland match. Hopefully everybody in America is turning it back over here, so he has a little bit of ratings.
Ass crack.
Rick and Morty, new episodes coming up this year.
Ass crack. Ass crack.
Smoking ass crack. Here it comes. Christian working his way down to the ring. Somebody's got a chair. Look at Edge doesn't see it either. They just loaded that corner.
I think he sees that.
The corner's loaded. Oh, Edge hit it. He hit the loaded corner.
Oh, gosh.
Choke slam. That's done. Edge kicks out somehow. The intestinal fortitude. It's like an episode of Raw.
God.
40 more minutes. Come on, guys. You can fill the time. 50 more. Give us 50 more minutes. Do you think they can go 50 more? Bring out Daniel Bryan. He can make it.
How about no? Feels like Young Sheldon versus Chucky has a way better ratings war, in my opinion.
Yes.
Probably at this point.
Although
Jesus.
I wouldn't watch either one of them. So that Young Sheldon I've seen, and it's not too bad, but not a huge fan of it.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sore.
Yeah.
From lifting all that wood.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This match is still going. We got the dinosaur in there with Edge.
Chris is like, who's more neck strong, Tegan Knox or the Bird Lady?
I don't know who the Bird Lady is.
Who the fuck are you talking about, Chris?
And neck strong would mean like what? She's a chicken head? Like she gives BJ's? Probably Tegan. But I don't know who the Bird Lady is, so that doesn't work.
Yeah, who is
But
the
I'm going to
Bird
go out
Lady?
on a limb and say it's Tegan. Not a lot of chicken heads like her. I'm waiting for one of them to slip.
And fall down?
Yeah, and say Edge.
Oh.
Which would be a fall down, yes.
I thought you meant like fall down on the like fall down, like old
Because he's
people.
old. Break a hip.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, look at this. Christian. So, Adam Copeland cheated.
Lyra Valkyrie, or whatever her name is, the bird lady from earlier versus Tegan. Pickle says, and AC is dead. Thanks, everybody. Friday night is Rampage.
Oh, look
TK
at this. He thinks Christian hit him with the...
pronounced dead superstar.
Here comes an edge. A spear, I mean. Not an edge. That's it. Edge wins. Or Adam Copeland. The pledge.
The pledge.
Pledge.
The pledge.
Old wedge. Put a wedge on him.
That's what Pickle calls him. Pledge.
Pledge.
I call him ass crack.
Some good shit. Oh, God. Right to his knee. Just saying, the equivalent of this is... I don't even know. This is hilarious.
You're funny. You're a silly cat. Boops. Boop, boop.
Oh, look.
What?
They brought him out. They wanted to take it that other 50 minutes.
Oh,
He's there. Brian's there. Uh-oh, more coming. Is it Jeff Hardy?
I don't know.
No,
but
it's Claudio
Pickle says it's the
Castagnoli.
lemon spear. Yeah,
God.
pledge.
Look at next week's main event.
Nick Wheeler, you done.
My
thank
shit
God
just
it's
stopped.
done.
It's like, no, fuck this.
They're like,
the shit's live. You can't stop.
it's like,
My TV just died. It's dead.
like, no. And no. Nope. You just
My
made the
recording
list.
literally stopped. It's like,
Chris says, yeah, Adam Copeland or ass crack doesn't hit same as Edge. At least they could have called him Adam Edge Copeland. No, they can't because Edge is owned by WWE.
right, but can you own everything that's edge? Like, so you can't have a table edge now and... Right? So why can't his move be the edge?
Pickle says, I don't get all the people have to come out. I don't know, dude. It's just a waste of time and energy.
Daniel's tapping out Christian.
Yeah, that's what they think's going to happen when they go up against each other on Collision.
This Saturday.
With a special start time.
He died.
Okay, that's it. Okay, bye.
You guys aren't going to believe this, but it's over.
Yeah, it finally happened. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us tonight for that special edition of AEW. You know, because it was on a Tuesday. And all the superstars that happened on NXT, we did get to see The Undertaker.
Is a W called a W because it's two U's?
Yes. Pickle says, it's like a coked out storyline in Aliens. Something like that,
That's
right?
awesome.
All right, guys, we will not be here tomorrow night because we just did Wednesday night stuff tonight. We'll be back again on Friday for Friday Night SmackDown. Thank you.
I wish they would do that every week. Thanks for watching Wrestling Gab, and we will see you in 2 days.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.